Hey, what's up? I'm here. I'm just gonna talk about ZERO1's 10th anniversary show. It was a pretty good show overall. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's might be the first time they actually did a show at Ryogoku. Mostly they do smaller venues, and they filled out this venue pretty nicely, so good for them. All right, first match, we're gonna start off with the NWA International Junior Heavyweight Championship match. This is between Craig Classic and Sawa Munenori. This wasn't a bad opener. It just never seemed to actually kick in that next gear, and there was a few different times where you thought it would, but it just didn't quite get there. Overall, it was a pretty solid opener. Not a bad match. Next match, we got a 10-man tag. First team consists of Hayato Fujita Jr., Takanishi Shota, Kakinuma Kenta, Diamond Conley, and Nick Primo versus Koshinaka Shiro, Ueda Sito, Yokoyama Yoshizaku, and Zufa and Buffa. Or Bufa. I don't know. This was actually a pretty good 10-man tag match. There's a lot of cool spots here, a lot of multi-man stuff going on. Very fun match. Enjoyed it a lot. Next up, we had the NWA International Lightweight Tag Team title match, and this was between Sugawara Takuya and Habu Otoko Kaijin versus Fujita Minoru and Fujita Mineo. This was an okay match. It really didn't do much for me. I was kind of bored through it. It's okay for what it was, but really nothing special. Although there was one point that was pretty interesting when the ref got involved real quick. That was basically I guess the best moment of the match. Yeah, so moving on, we got the NWA International Junior Heavyweight title match. This was between Hidaka Ikuto versus Ito Takafumi. Not exactly sure what the story of this match was, but they showed a video package beforehand. These two faced off in another promotion. Not sure if it was shoot style or if it was a mixed martial arts show, but Ito beat Hidaka in that match, and then challenged Hidaka for the junior heavyweight title in ZERO1. And this was a really good match. There was a lot of striking, good groundwork. Good submission work. Just overall, a really good match. Definitely check it out. These guys put on a good show. Alright, and next up we got the NWA International Tag Team match. And this was between Sato Kohei and KAMIKAZE versus Sawada Atsushi and Steve Corino. And I thought this match was pretty interesting, and apparently out in Japan, Steve Corino's wrestling rehabilitation seems to be null and void out here. He was definitely all heel. He played out the crowd really well. He had no problems getting constant boos out of them. The interesting story of the match was the referee seemed very on the side of Steve Corino, what's his name, and Sawada side. Anytime when they would get pinned, he would do a slow count, not finish the pin, grab his shoulder. He would always be distracted by something else when stuff was going on in the ring. Basically just get under the skin with the other team. But in the end, the referee's favoritism didn't work out because he had no choice but at the end of the match, count 3. It was a really good match. I enjoyed the storytelling in the match. Definitely check that out too. Alright, next up we got, what do we got here? We got Daichi Hashimoto, the Destruction Prince's debut match. It was Hashimoto Daichi versus Masahiro Chono. Yeah, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember this match. Hashimoto Daichi. I'm not sure what the start of this match was, but they showed a video package beforehand, and seemed to be throughout the match seemed to be a lot of drama behind it, and the crowd was very much definitely behind Hashimoto the whole time. Definitely, the match ended a little shorter than I thought it would. The way the match was built up throughout the whole time. Basically, it would have seemed fit towards the end to have a lot of near falls and hope spots. Seems like it was heading there, and then it just kind of ended. And they basically used the rest of the time that I thought they could have used to extend the match a little bit was they had these two out in the ring afterwards talking on the microphone, and Muto Keiji was also in the ring. He came to ringside with Chono, and so the crowd really seemed into it. You know, they really seemed to be enjoying this post-match promo, but I really thought they could have extended the match just a little longer, and I think it was shy of just being a great match. All right, next up we had Tanaka Masato taking on Nakata Ryouji. And this was just another good match in the line of matches they've had in the past year plus since their program in New Japan. And this was basically just a continuation of that. And definitely wasn't their best match, but it was still a very good match. They just beat the crap out of each other every time they meet. And I could definitely go for a few more matches against these guys. I mean, they just work well, and they just beat the crap out of each other. So it always makes for a good match. Next up, we got the ZERO1 World Heavyweight Championship match. And this was Sekimoto Daisuke versus Ryouji. This was another excellent match. Sekimoto definitely did a good job of showing his power throughout the whole match, and Ryouji definitely kept up with him. And he would actually go over and win the title, which I thought good for him because he really busts his ass for the company. He always has. He generally puts on good matches with most anyone he wrestles with. So I thought this was a good nod to him. And our final match was Otani Shinjiro taking on Takyama Yoshihiro from Pro Wrestling Noah. And this was a pretty good match also. Definitely a slugfest, which a lot of matches that involve Takayama usually end up going that way anyways. This was a very good match. I think I already said that, didn't I? The only complaint that I had, I felt that I could have gone on maybe just a couple more minutes, and then just a tad bit earlier than I expected, but really I can't complain about it too much. I mean, this guy has just slugged it out the whole time. Takayama even started bleeding from the forehead from a headbutt from Otani. So yeah, overall, ZERO1 10th anniversary show was a really good show, and I recommend going out of your way to check it out. Overall, I'm going to give the show A-. I really enjoyed it. I had a good flow, and I really feel like ZERO1's kind of a Japanese promotion. I think a lot of people who watch pro wrestling, whether a little casually or more diehard, they kind of get swept on a little bit, but yeah, definitely check them out. Yeah, and that's about it. Peace.